Hello and welcome. Now in this video we are going to do a brief course overview and talk about the things that we will be discussing in order to get you started making money online quickly. Now in this course what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing you the basics of making money online and to help you to earn money. And I might add that we're going to help you to earn it quickly. Now, these are not going to be difficult steps that you're going to have to take, but you are going to be able to take positive steps forward in order to create an income apart from anything else you're doing. You're going to be able to do this solely on the internet. Now, we will help you to overcome the barriers that typically overwhelm people when it comes to using the internet in order to make a profit. Typically, these things are technical. Sometimes they are things that you just don't really know where to start. We're going to help you to cut through all of that information overload in order to actually literally earn something that you will be able to see tangibly in your bank account or PayPal account or whatever you're using in terms of generating income. Now, we will also be showing you how to find something to sell. And you might be saying, I'd love to make money online. I'd love to produce an income. I have no idea what to sell. I don't really have anything to sell. We're going to show you how to find something to sell, even if you don't write anything, or you don't manufacture anything, or you don't write programs, or you don't really even have your own product. We're going to show you how to find something that you can sell in order to generate an income. Now, we're also going to show you how to take and make an offering to sell. So in other words, we're going to show you how to offer something to people online and to be able to find the people that are actually going to be interested. So you're going to be literally finding the people that are interested and then offering them what they've already, in some ways, expressed an interest in what they want. And we're going to show you how to find out who those interested people are. So in other words, if you want to sell to them a second time and a third time, I'm going to show you how to find some insight on knowing who those people are and what you can sell and market to them a second or third time. Now, we're going to be showing you how to get your offering in front of them. So you might have heard, or if you've been involved in making money online in any way, one of the things that baffles people to get started is, well, how do I get traffic? How do I get people to see what I'm doing? If I build it, will they come? And we're going to show you how to find those people and to get them to come to what you've built. Now, the other thing, you want to get into this course, and the most important thing is to follow along with action. Now, we're going to be outlining everything you need to know in order to make money quickly, but it's important for you to take the actions along with what we're showing you. Now, the steps that we're going to be taking, they're not going to be difficult steps. So we're cutting through all of the everything that would keep you in terms of a barrier, everything that would confuse you. We're going to eliminate a lot of confusion and kind of get you to do the necessary things to earn an income. Now, the things that we're going to be showing you, though, you must follow through on. So it's not enough just to watch the videos. It's not enough just to want to make money online. It's not even enough to buy other products and have discussion. The most important thing to this course is for you to follow through. And you're going to have to follow through consistently. So I would suggest that you set a specific time aside every day for the work that you're going to be doing. Because again, once you figure out how to do this, you're going to be able to take what you've learned and to transfer it into other areas. And you're going to be able to repeat what you're doing over and over again until you've basically created enough income streams where, look, you'll be able to then start setting goals about what it is that you want to do with your income. And that part is probably going to be exciting to you. Now, what you want to do also is to resist information overload, and you do that by doing the work. So in other words, you're going to have a lot of information coming at you. You probably are on a number of email marketing lists. You might be reading a number of blogs. You might be trying to figure out things that you need to be doing and things that you need to be buying. Well, how do you resist buying new products, or how do you resist reading new instructions and taking new paths? One of the ways that you do that is following the steps and actually doing the work. the more that you start doing the work that we are presenting to you in this video and in this course, you are going to be able to focus, and then you'll know what things that you'll need in order to buy. You'll know what things that you'll need in order to build an online business. So the most important, one of the most important factors in this course is that you resist information overload by actually doing the work. The more time that you spend working, the more time of the time that you set aside for these projects that you actually spend doing the work, the less time you'll have to be inundated with other information that'll confuse you and sometimes even distract you. And speaking of distraction, one of the things that will help you to decrease the amount of distractions that you have is to set an achievable goal with this program. Maybe your goal is to make a certain dollar amount. Maybe your goal is to make one sale. So you're not going to stop. You're going to focus on what the tasks are until you generate your first sale, and then you'll set another goal. So you resist distraction by focusing on an achievable goal. So one of the things you want to do with this course is right now set an achievable goal. What do you want to make? What do you want to happen when you start making money online? If you have not made a dime online, one great goal to set is to earn your first sale. If you've already made a couple of sales, then set a dollar amount that maybe you want to be able to do. Make sure it's achievable. Make sure it's something that's in line with what you've already done. I mean, don't set a goal necessarily to make $1 million next month. That's not the kind of goal that you want to set. You want to set a realistic goal based on the things that you have done and something that you'll reach for, and that by reaching for it, you will literally keep yourself from being distracted by other things. It'll keep you from actually focusing on the task at hand. So now the course is going to go in order. So you don't, I would suggest that until you understand what is being taught, don't skip around in terms of the videos. Even if you have been over this material before, these videos do proceed in sequence. And yes, you might actually have had some of the instruction before, but it's important to understand things from this perspective. We're going to be showing you screencast videos and over-the-shoulder videos. We're also going to be showing you and telling you why some of the things that we're sharing with you actually work. And you're going to be able to follow this course, but you don't want to assume that you know all the steps. The first time through, just make sure that you understand exactly what we're saying and walk through the video with us. And as a reminder, you are going to have to take consistent action to see results. One of the most important things that you're going to do, and we've said this and alluded to this, but you're not going to be able to maybe take a few steps one week and then take a few steps the next week and then decide on whether or not this program will work for you. If you give it consistent effort, taking consistent action, that is where you're going to see progress. That's where you're going to see yourself moving forward. That's where you're going to see yourself accomplishing your goals and making things happen. So again, this program requires that you take consistent action in order to see results. Now, as we move on into the first video, we are going to be showing you again everything you need to know to generate an income stream quickly online. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video, we are going to discuss picking a profitable niche market. Now, as we have this discussion, what we want to think about here is that your first objective in making money online, in any case, is going to be picking a profitable niche, or we call that a market. Niche or market, you can use those words interchangeably, to find a product and sell it. Now, you will want to look for a niche or market, whatever you want to call it, where people are desperate to solve their problems or accomplish goals. The reason is because these are going to be the people that are going to be looking to buy products, information products, and products that will help them to overcome this difficulty that they are so desperate to get to a point where they can get past it or get over it. Now, they are going to be the folks that are going to buy multiple books. And you think about it, you will find that anything that you are really motivated to be involved in, anything that you are really motivated to learn, you probably own books or products in more than one category or in more than one sense. You might own multiple books on one topic. You might own multiple books on one aspect of one topic. And your customers or your prospects or the people that you're going to be marketing to, well, they're no different. They're going to want multiple books on multiple topics, and you are going to be the one to be able to provide them to them as you find them in the market that they are desperate to solve their own problem. So you are going to be able to pose to them courses and solutions, advising them on what they can do. Now, when you're looking for a market to find, typically the markets that cover relationships, money, health, and beauty, those tend to be the big four in broad categories. Now, you're going to be able to drill down and find specific topics, but typically people are always going to be looking to solve problems or accomplish goals in those areas, and they're going to be motivated to buy or find information that will help them to either move faster or to shortcut the process to find something that's effective for them. Now, if you look at markets where people are already buying information, that's where you're going to get the clues on the profitable niche market. So when you start thinking about these broad areas, right, you'll be able to find those numbers of books, those multiple products where people are selling and people are buying in order to overcome the solutions. But you will be able to go outside of those four areas when you look at areas where people are already buying books and other information. Those are also going to be profitable niche markets. Now, you might ask, now, where and how am I going to find those niche markets? Now, here's what you are going to do. You are going to want to start with some basic ideas from Google and Amazon. And I'm going to show you those right now. You are looking at the Amazon bestseller list. And if you just go to Google and you type in bestseller and Amazon, you're going to find a link that will show you all of Amazon's bestseller. And as you know, Amazon is one of the largest retailers of many things in the entire world. And so what we're going to do is we are going to look for those places where people are buying information. And so we will go to the bestseller category and we're going to look first at books. Now, we can look at all those categories, but in particular, this is going to give us an idea quickly of areas that people are looking for solutions in. Now, you can do this and you can find them very quickly by going to the particular section where your niche is. Right, and you want to keep your search within those bestseller categories because again, it's going to tell you where people are buying the most books. In particular, if you are looking in the area of business, as many of you are, if you're watching this video, you're trying to find out how to do more business. And in particular, if you're focused in a particular area, let's say you're trying to help people who are looking for jobs in particular, and you're trying to help them and give them products and services. Well, these are going to be the things that people are actually buying books about. They're going to be buying books about taking exams, and they're talking about coding, and they're talking about the 4-hour work week. And so these are going to give you ideas of where people are actually looking. Now, you can do this inside of any niche. Now, that's one way of being able to look at a niche and trying to figure out which niche that you want to operate in. Another great site to do this on is google.com/trends. And that site is going to show you where things are trending and what's really hot in terms of what people are searching for on the internet. This is going to give you some great ideas about things that you can look at that will tell you, well, these are the things that people are actually going to the web in order to solve their problem. Now, when you look at this, you are going to go and you're going to click this link that says Explore in Depth. That's going to take you inside of Google Trends, and all you've got to do is add in your particular niche. Now, in this case, let's say that our niche is dog training. That's the classic niche example, and we were to click this, and in particular, we would then look at our particular time. We would look at maybe the last 12 months and not the last 30 days, right? We see that there's some interest there, and we can get inside of Google Trends, and we can find these searches that people are actually looking for. Now, one real secret to this is to look at this area called rising searches to see if you can find a topic or a niche where people are focusing on. Now, I don't really particularly know what karma dog training is, but perhaps it is a niche. It is a rising search. Dog training in Dublin, or whatever lucky dog training is. So you get the idea. You want to use Google Trends in order to find those niches and those rising searches where people are actually looking for information, along with Amazon. Now, when you do this and you start getting inside of Google and Amazon, you want to start narrowing them down to an area of focus. The smaller the niche and the more tightly focused typically is the best place where you can find a good market or a good market niche. Now, the other thing that you want to do as you start to narrow down, you're going to want to take a look at the web or a particular Google search to see if people are actively searching for solutions. And there are a couple of ways of being able to do this. One, of course, is to do a basic Google search, but the other is to look at a website, and I'm going to show it to you now. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in AdWords keyword tool, and I'm going to look for the Google AdWords Keyword Planner. Now, that AdWords Keyword Planner is going to allow me to put in my keywords to find out, well, how many people are searching for this on a monthly basis. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to click in here, and I'm going to type in here dog training. And I can probably put in all that other information, but all I'm going to do is click Get Ideas. And what's going to happen is Google is going to do a little calculation, and I'm going to see some areas that Google will give me some clues. I can either look at ad group ideas, but to keep it simple, I'm just going to click here for keyword ideas. And these keyword ideas will give me some ideas of what are people really searching for. What is it that people are really looking for? And even though that these keywords are based for advertisers, it really will give us, on the level of monthly searches, it'll tell us what's more popular in terms of search and what isn't. So you want to use the Google AdWords keyword tool to start trying to figure out, okay, are people really searching for this information? Do they really want solutions? And what in particular stands out to me? Now, as you're narrowing down your solutions, one thing that you're going to want to consider is whether or not the market is dominated by companies that are too large to compete against. Now, if you find that you're looking at companies that are well established and there are a lot of them in your particular niche, well, you might want to start thinking to narrow down your niche. In general, the smaller the niche, the better you're going to fare in order to find the market that you want. Now, but you do also want to make sure that there are people who are actually looking for what it is that you are going to be marketing. Now, once you have a market with a significant level of interest, with a reasonable level of competition, you can begin your work in that niche. And so that is how you're going to go through the process of picking a profitable niche market. And when you do, you are then going to be ready to find an area or to find a product for you to promote. Now, in the next video, we are going to discuss where you're going to find those affiliate products where people have already done the work for you to be able to promote them in order to earn an income and make money online. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video, we are going to discuss joining a related affiliate network once you have actually decided on the niche where you are going to be participating. Now, in particular, once you have decided on that niche market, you are going to want to find a product to promote as an affiliate. Of course, you could go through the process of creating your own information product. You could write your own book. You could create your own audios. But if you want to get started making money fast and you want to start really getting a sense for what it means to make a sale online, making money as an affiliate is one of the best ways in which to do that, and working with affiliate products is going to be the most profitable. Now, physical and retail products tend to pay lower commissions than information products. Now, one of the things that you do want to be aware of is that if you do want to market physical or retail products, and we pretty much mean anything that you would go to the store to buy that's a physical product, maybe something you'd buy at a shopping mall or a retail store. Those are going to be the things that you are going to probably want to work with the Amazon network in order to market. Now, we're going to be focusing primarily on information products because they give us the most opportunity to profit quickly. But if you want to use the Amazon network, it has the widest variety of products, and it's easy to get started, and they're easy to market, and you can use the same principles that we're going to be talking about in this course to market those products. Now, the most profitable route to take will be find a network that's selling products to the market you're operating in. Now, your commission is going to be higher when you start talking about information products in those areas. Now, there are several networks to choose, but you are going to need to do some research on which one actually fits your niche or your market. Now, there are a couple to choose from. There is the ClickBank network, there is the JVZoo network, the Warrior Plus network, and Zaxa. Those are all networks that cater themselves to people who want to make more money online. Now, in this particular case, JVZoo, Warrior Plus, and Zaxa, they're going to require you, the affiliate, to be approved by the person who created the product. Now, that means that they could take a while before they approve you as a vendor. In addition to that, they are going to decide on your worthiness based on your experience. And if you're new to get started, that's going to be difficult to prove. So one of the best places to start for someone who is new, who wants to start making money online and get started immediately making sales, you're going to want to use the ClickBank network because those products will not require you to be approved as an affiliate. When you make a sale, it will be yours to earn and the money will be paid to you. So this is going to be the best place to start if you are brand new in terms of finding a product and a related affiliate network. Now, in order to find the ClickBank network, you're simply going to go to clickbank.com and you will see the network right there. And they will have the products in their marketplace. So if you go to the ClickBank network and you go to the marketplace, you're going to find a number of products in a number of categories. And really, these categories ought to start looking a little familiar to you, right? These are some of the same categories that you saw on Google, that you saw on Amazon. So you can start thinking, well, you know what? I can think back and I saw some bestsellers that seemed that a lot of people were really looking for information in a certain category. Well, that might be the category that you want to start looking for products to promote inside of ClickBank. And this is where it really gets exciting because you already know that there's interest in the marketplace. Now what all you've got to do is to find a great product to promote, and then you will be halfway to being able to generate sales and interest in your offer. So now in the next video, we are going to start thinking about, well, what are the problems that our niche wants to solve? What are the things that people are really having trouble in? Now, we've gone to find, we found a niche. We found areas where people are buying products and services. Now what we want to do is we want to start thinking about, well, what are the problems that people want to solve? What we're going to do then is we're going to come back when we know those problems. We're going to come back to this marketplace and then start thinking about, well, which product best address those problems. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to be discussing how you find the product to promote. But before we do that, what we need to do is we need to find out, well, what problems are people trying to solve in the niche? So if you can find the problem that people are desperate to solve, then you can find an appropriate product to promote within your niche. Now, one of the best ways to choose that product, of course, is that's what we're talking about. Finding that problem that people are really desperate to solve. And when you think about it, all you've got to do is go to those sites where people are having conversations online. And wherever people are having conversations online in your niche, that is where they'll be discussing their problems. And if you're willing to listen and not go there to promote your business or to promote yourself, you will be able to find the appropriate product or the appropriate lesson to teach them, and you'll be able to find the appropriate product as a result. Now, I'll tell you where this is happening. It's typically happening in online forums. So I'll show you how to find an online forum in a particular niche. Now, notice what I've done here. I've typed into the Google search engine dog training and online forums as one search. And what you'll see here is that there are a number of online forums dedicated to dog training. Now, of course, I can get more specific and I can get into my niche, but when I go inside of these forums, I really am not going to promote myself yet. I'm going right now to find out, well, what problems are people having that they cannot yet solve? What problems are people having that they are looking for more and more information on, that they're buying books on, that they are really discussing? Because that's going to give me a clue as to what kind of product I'm going to want to promote. Now, I can do the same thing in another niche. Look what I've placed there in the search engine. I placed in low carb dieting and the words online forum, and you'll find the very same kind of results. People are literally looking for information in order to help them to solve problems within that particular niche. So if your niche was low carb dieting, you would be able to go to one of these forums or all of these forums and really get a sense for what problems people are really looking to solve. And not only is it happening in online forums, it's actually also happening in social media groups. Now, notice how when I go inside of Facebook and I type in the search low carb dieting, or even if I were to go one step further and I were to type in groups, you could find a number of groups that are dedicated to this subject. Now, what do I want to do? Well, obviously, I want to join these groups, but once again, the purpose of my joining these groups is not to attract attention. It's not to push my link. It's really to learn and find out what the problems are that people are actually trying to solve that heretofore they have not been able to really get a good answer to them. Now, of course, these same conversations, they're probably happening inside of chat and IM groups, and those things are going to be harder to find, and you'll probably find them as you get deeper into your research into the niche, but those conversations are happening there too, and you really are going to get good information on what people are really struggling with. So here's what you want to do. You want to start making a list of the 10 frequently asked questions or problems in your niche. Make sure that you have a good list, and as you go through each one, as you go through the groups, just make a list and keep a running list. Make a running list of the most frequently asked questions. Now, after you've been in a niche for a while and you've got a little more experience, you also want to make and keep a second list, which is the questions that people should be asking based on your knowledge and based on having gone from forum to forum and place to place. Now, these are great ways to find out where people are having real conversations when they're not looking for a particular product and they are really looking for genuine solutions. And as you go through the niche, you are going to want to keep these in mind as you go to start thinking about, well, which product is best? Which product has the best message? Which product is really going to solve the problem that people are trying to solve right now? Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Hello and welcome back. Now in this video we are going to be discussing how you go about picking a product to promote. Now hopefully you have already gone through the process of determining what the most frequently asked questions are in your niche and the problems that people are effectively desperate to solve. And that's going to help us pick the right product that's going to help us to generate the most sales. Now one of the things that you want to keep in mind here is that you want to pick the product inside of that ClickBank network in the market niche you are operating in. And when you do that, you are going to evaluate that product. Is this something that looks appealing to you? Would you buy it? And I'll show you what that means here in a minute. Take a look at the basic statistics. Does this product look like it's already selling? Are other affiliates promoting it? And I'll show you how to tell that inside of ClickBank here. Then look for it in search engines. Does it appear like it's a popular product? Now, here's one thing that you don't want to do. You don't want to get caught in the paralysis of analysis. Don't spend too much time looking or wondering. Pick a product and promote it. Now, here's why we say that. Now, you are probably going to be building a business inside of the niche market that you carefully picked. And you're not going to be building your business around one product. So if you find that this product does not work, the one that you pick, don't worry over it. There are going to be lots of other products that you will be able to find and promote in order to get a sense for what the market really wants. Now, let's go take a look at the ClickBank network. Now, you will notice that I am inside of the ClickBank network, and I have placed a search inside of the marketplace and place a search called dog training, since that is the term that we are working from. Now, when I do that, I'm going to be getting back some search results based on, as ClickBank calls it, keyword relevance. Now, one of the things that I like to look at right away is I like to find out, well, are other affiliates promoting this product? Because typically, if other affiliates have been doing it, it's typically they're doing it because they're able to generate income from it. And so one of the first things that I do is I go back and I'll sort by gravity. And then I'll try to find the most relevant product to my niche. Here's these two are not on dog training, but this one is. So now, before I hit that promote button, before I decide on looking at it, I want to look at this product to see, is this something that I really want to promote? Is this something that really is going to be worth my time? So I'm going to go ahead and click inside of this link. And when I come to this page, look, I see a pretty attractive sales page and something that looks to be appealing. It looks like something that someone has put some time into. There are lots of modules in there, and I might even be able to find, some of those frequently asked questions that I was looking for. And so what I basically want to get a sense for is this something that people are going to want to buy? Is this something that looks appealing? Because unfortunately, or fortunately, people do buy packaging. And so when they come to the site, you want to make sure that they're going to be attracted to it and that they're going to want to seek more information about this particular product. Well, then this seems to be a good product to go through that promotion process. Now I'm going to come back here to ClickBank, and then probably this one isn't going to be relevant to my particular niche, but this one is. And so I'm going to want to look here. I'm going to want to go through that same process. Let's take a look at this page to see if it is appealing to us. Well, maybe it isn't as appealing as the other one, but it does have its own set of pros, and it actually has some testimonials, and we might be able to look at this one as one that's going to be secondarily. Now I'm going to stop this video here. Now what we'll notice is that this product is one that someone has put some work into, and yes, we will be able to put this in front of people and feel confident that if they're really looking for answers on dog training, that they're going to see a good product and a good offer that they might want to consider buying. And so you'll want to just continue to go through the offers, looking for those offers that first fit those frequently asked questions and then look appealing as if it's going to be something that someone is really going to want to buy. It's really going to satisfy their need to answer questions. And once you have a suitable number, let's say you have 2 or 3 top offers, pick one and then let's go to the next phase where we're actually going to take that link. We're going to then look at it. We're going to hide it, and I'll show you what that means here in a minute, and then we are going to start promoting it. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we are going to go ahead and get our affiliate link, and then we are going to cloak it. And I'll tell you what that means here in a minute. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to ClickBank, and we are going to click the promote button, and we're going to pick up the link from ClickBank that we're going to use in order to promote our offer. Now, coming back to ClickBank, what we're going to do, we are going to click the promote button, and you'll notice here that ClickBank is now going to ask you for an account nickname. Now, if you already have a ClickBank account, you're going to use your account nickname. If you don't have one, there is a bonus video that will show you and walk you through the steps in creating your account nickname and your account in ClickBank so that you can promote products. Now, let's go ahead and write that account nickname in here. I'm going to write in test account. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click the create button. And we're going to see a link here. Now, once we get that affiliate link, as you can see, we are going to have a link that is pretty long and unsightly. And in order not to frighten off the buyer before they've seen that offer, we're going to want to cloak that link or hide it or make it look more presentable. Now, that means you will want to use a service like bit.ly or x.co. Now, for our example, we are going to be using the site bit.ly. And we're going to use it in order to hide that long affiliate link and turn it into something that makes more sense. Now, once we have that cloak link, we can then use it when we start presenting and promoting our offer. So let's go through the process of cloaking the link. Now, we are now at the site called bit.ly.com, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sign up for an account. So go right here to the sign up button, and then you're going to go through the process of signing up for an account. Now, once we've signed up for our bit.ly account, what we are going to do then is we are now going to take that long link and we're going to put it inside of the link shortener here in bit.ly. So now let's go ahead and grab that link, and we're going to go right inside of here, click the copy button, and then we're going to come to our site in bit.ly. We're going to paste the link in there, and then we are then going to have a shortened link. Now, what we want to do is we want to go one step further, and we want to customize this link. So one of the ways that we're going to do that here is we are going to use this link shortener, and we're going to go and we're going to do this. We're going to type in dog training 2015, and we're going to click save. So now look at our link there. It says bit.ly/dog training 2015, and we have a very presentable link. Now, in some cases, you're going to type in the customize area, and it's already going to be taken. And generally, if you put your niche in there, and then you put a date in there, or you put the month and the date in there, you're going to have a bit.ly link that you can actually use. So now that we have a bit.ly link, we have our link hidden and cloaked, we are now ready to start promoting our link. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome back. Now, in this video, we are going to be talking about the effective promotion of our affiliate link. And we're going to be calling this pre-selling. Now, in some cases, you might not necessarily know how to present your offer, whether it's on social media, whether it's on video, whether it's in an article, and we want to make sure that you understand the basic foundation of selling before you actually show people your link. Now, since you already know what problems people are trying to solve, that means you already know their frequently asked questions, you already know what's happening inside of the niche, you probably have a good idea as to how that product is going to help them to solve that problem. And now what you're going to do is you're going to not send them directly to that sales page. What you're going to do is you're going to give them a little message first. You want to make sure that you recognize how something is going to meet their needs. You understand the gist of their problem. You want to go through this process of pre-selling before you send them or before you show them that actual link. In some cases, it's only going to be a paragraph. In some cases, it's going to be a video. In some cases, it's going to be just a brief blurb. But you must do everything you can to go through this brief process of pre-selling. And this is the basic formula of pre-selling. You want to understand and you want to present to them and identify people from the problem they're having. Whether or not if you are going to let them know that you are talking to people that have a particular problem with their dog. You are having a particular problem inside of your ability to train your dog. So it's not just people who want to train their dog. You want to identify specific problems that you have identified in your frequently asked questions. So as you start to think about how to find the right thing to say, well, you want to start saying the things that people have already identified as problems that they want to solve. That really is the magic of selling without selling. In fact, we call it pre-selling. But now there's another step to not just identifying the problem, but in order to sell, you need to agitate that problem. So in other words, the next thing that you say should be something about what will happen if nothing changes. What will happen if things get worse? That's called agitation. And that is the next step of pre-selling. And again, sometimes this can be one sentence, sometimes it can be an entire paragraph, but you must agitate the problem. You must spell out to the person who is reading, listening, or watching what happens if that problem gets worse. And then you solve their problem by presenting to them the solution that you have through the affiliate link that you have. So in other words, you have something that will solve that problem. You have something that will help them so that that problem will never get any worse. Or if nothing changes, you are going to then present to them your affiliate product. That really is the effective way to pre-sell. Now we're going to be going through a number of ways for you to present your link, and this is what you must remember throughout that presentation, throughout all the periods and the places where you're going to be presenting your link. You must go through the process of pre-selling so that the person will know that the product is really going to help them in an area that they are going to be seeking a solution for. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing promoting your link on Facebook by starting a business page. So what we're going to do first, of course, is to come back to our Bitly account, and we want to pick up the link that we're going to be promoting. Now, we have created one for for the affiliate product that we're going to be promoting. So what we're going to do is we're just going to copy this link, and I'm just going to click the copy button. And then when I do that, then it's in my clipboard, and wherever I paste it, it's going to be ready to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Facebook. Okay, and when I'm inside of Facebook, what I want to do is I want to first take a look at some of the other pages that are out there in the niche. And so I can do that. I just typed in dog training. And what I like to do is go in here and then start looking for those pages that are going to be pretty much in the same niche. Most of these are going to be local pages, so we want to take a look to see some of the things that are going on here that are popular ones. We want to take a look and look at some of the groups. We want to take a look at some of the training pages, and let's take one of the ones that has the most likes and see what kind of things that they have on their page. And so we like to take a look to see what people are putting on their page, because we want not just to put our link on the page, we also want to make sure that we have other content that's social that people like to see. In other words, we want to keep people engaged on our page. And so one of the rules in posting on a Facebook page is to make sure that you are posting 3 social posts for every one promotional post. So in other words, once you create your page, and let's take a look at another dog training page here, and we'll take a look at maybe this one, which is an interest page, but still the same thing. So we're going to take a look to see. Let's see, this one we would have to like it in order to join. So let's go ahead and like this page, where that's an interest. So let's take a look at another dog training page here. And when we take a look at this one, we're going to see some things that are on here. Again, we want to take a look and see what kind of social posts there are, because we want to make sure that we are including those. And remember, we want to make sure that we get 3 social posts for every promotional post. So now the next phase is going to be for us to create our own page. And all we're going to need to do is to come over to this green button, and we can go inside of any, once we go inside of any page, right, like I just did, and click over here where it says create a page. We just click that button, and then we can start to create our own page. Now, we're not going to be a local business. We're probably going to be a brand or product. So we want to go ahead and click brand or product. Then we want to choose the category here, and you can be you can kind of put in here whatever you feel like your page is, and it really, we can say it's going to be a website, and then we're going to say dog training. And then we're going to click the Get Started button here. And then what's going to happen is Facebook is going to take us to get started with this page. Now what's going to happen is we're going to write a little description here and then post a profile picture. Okay, if you have a website, you want to put it in here. If you haven't done one, that's okay. We're going to put here, and we're going to say that this is dog training. And remember, anytime you're looking for something unique, just put the year in here. If you want to make it even more unique, you can put the month in there. So let's just write in dog training 2015, and then we're going to click save information. That should be a unique name for Facebook. So now what Facebook is going to do is they're going to bring us to put a profile picture here. And what you're going to do is we're going to find a unique profile picture for our site. Now in this case it's dog training, and we want to make sure that this is a royalty-free picture. So if you have one that you've taken for your niche, that's the best kind to put there. But let's say that it's one that you don't, then you want to find one that is going to be royalty-free. Royalty-free images are pretty easy to find. You just go to Google and type in royalty-free images and do a search. And if you're willing to pay for one, you can get one that you can have that'll look pretty much the way you want. If you just don't want to pay for one right now, you can go to a site. It's called freeimages.com. All you really got to do then is put in your search term. In this case, I'm going to put in here the word dog, and then you're going to see here there are going to be some images of a dog, and for the most part I can go ahead and download some of these images or one of these images in order for us to use on our page. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one, and so I'm just going to click that one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this image. So all I've really got to do then is go down here to the download area and click download. That's going to give me this image, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click that and save it onto my hard drive. Then I'm going to come back here to my Facebook area, and all I'm going to do is just upload that dog picture from my computer. So I'm going to click upload here. Okay, and then once I have it, then I'm just going to click next. And then if I want to, I can go through this part, but pretty much I can skip this. And then this part is really if you want to start paying to promote your site. I would say that to get started, you don't need to start paying to promote your site, so just skip that for now. Facebook is then going to suggest you like your own page. You do want to do that. And then this is probably going to be the most important part in order to get started. You want to bring all of your Facebook friends over to your page. And so I'm going to click the word next. And I'm going to put next here. And what we want to do is we want to then get to the point where we are inviting our friends to this page. And we do that by writing their name into this box. And as we write their names into the box, we get them to interact. Right? And so all we've got to do is then start inviting our friends to this page. And once we get, let's say, we're going to get about between 25 and 100. We want to do this every day and really get people involved, invite the people to the page, and just make this one of the things that you do every day for this page, because the more people that you have invited to this page, the more people you're going to have to share and promote your content. And so that is really what will help you when you have this Facebook business page. So as you do that, one of the things that you're going to do is then remember your posting schedule. Remember, you want to post 3 informational posts and then 1 of your promotional posts. So let's then find some good information in order to post to our page. In order to do that, we're going to go to news.google.com. We're going to type in our name there and click in dog training. And then we're going to have some stories that we can start posting to our page. Now, one of the other things that we can do, of course, is we can be alerted every time something comes that is with respect to dog training comes onto the web. I'll show you how to do that right here. We're just going to go to google.com/alerts, and then we're going to type in our dog training. And then we're just going to have an email sent to us every time that something comes out about dog training. Then we create our alert. And of course, we're going to have to just get into our account to make the alert active. Once we do that, we'll see our account is active and then our alert. And every time there's news or a new site or a new article that comes out, new blog posts on dog training, it'll come to us. And these are going to be the things we're going to be posting to our business page. Now remember, we want to be doing 3 social posts per day plus 1 promotional post. So I'm going to assume that you've done your social posts and your informational posts that will just keep your audience engaged. And then let's go and let's post our link. Now remember, when you start writing things in here in order to get people to look at your posts, you want to do that based on some of the frequently asked questions. So start thinking about or start looking at your list to look at the things that people are actually struggling with. And this is what you're going to put in here. You're going to write the problem in some form of either question. Okay, so I've got 3 sentences here. You notice, do you have a problem getting your dog to sit? Maybe that's based on my frequently asked questions. I'm then going to agitate the problem by saying, hey, if you don't get this under control, you're going to fail him to get to do the more complicated things. In other words, this is what will happen if the problem gets worse. And then here's one way to get him to sit, which is a solution. Problem, agitate, solve. And you're going to be doing that every time you post in any social media or any other venue. And then what you want to do then is you want to put your link in there. Right? And then when you do that, then you are ready. Okay, so then once you've done that, you're going to click the post button, and then your post will be ready. Then we're going to type this in. It might give you a CAPTCHA the first time. We're going to click submit. Okay, so then we have our post in there. Now that's not a very attractive looking post. If we can possibly find one, we might want to edit this one, or we might want to try to find a way to do something a little more attractive. There is another way to post on the page. Now I'm going to take this. I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this post. Now the more effective way to actually add your link is to upload a photo. And one of the things that you can do is you can go back to free images and pick up another dog photo. And here's an action photo. So let's go ahead and download that one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back here to our Facebook page. Once we've downloaded that photo, we're going to come back and click upload photos. We're going to find the one that we just uploaded. And once we get it uploaded, then we're going to put that same paragraph right here. We're going to write in our problem. We're going to write in agitation, and then we're going to write in the solution. And this is a better way of displaying something that people are going to want to look at. Now, again, remember when you are working with your fan page, we're going to be doing three things. Number one, we're going to be inviting friends. Two, we're going to be putting informational content on there. And we're going to be getting that from Google News. I'm going to post 3 of those every day. And we're going to follow that up with a promotional post with an image, as well as our link, as well as our problem, agitation, and solution. And we're going to be promoting our link every day. And the more that we get people on here, the more that we begin seeing people share our post and getting our link out there, we're going to find that we're going to start getting traffic to our image. And we want to continue to do these actions on a continual basis until they start to yield us results. And then so that is how you are going to be working with your dog training page, and you are going to be working with it on Facebook. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to be discussing promoting your link on Facebook again, yet we're going to be talking about doing this in groups, and we're going to be talking about joining a group. Now, one of the ways in which people interact on Facebook is to interact in groups. Now, the difference between groups and pages is that in groups, everyone is expected to contribute, everyone is posting links, everyone is posting. So you will not be viewed as the authority, you will not be the only one posting, and that you will want to be more social in these groups than you are on your own page. You're expected on your page to post links without necessarily doing, I'd say, as much posting and socializing. However, in groups, you are expected to socialize more than you should be posting your own links. And so what you want to be doing is you want to join groups, and you want to join those groups that are going to be central to your niche. Okay, so when you find these dog training groups, you want to join them. And so what's going to happen is that you are going to be involved in participating in these groups. What's going to happen is each group is going to have its own rules, and you are going to want to follow the rules of the actual group. Okay, and so the thing that you'll want to do is you'll want to keep the rules, while at the same time you want to make sure that you get the opportunity to participate by posting your information and posting your links. And you should follow the same pattern in a group. You should be posting pretty much 3 to 4 informational posts for every promotional post. But you want to make sure of the rules of the group that you are allowed to post your promotional link. Now, again, participating in groups is going to be important. You are going to be finding out about things that you will not find out about just from the news. So it is another way for you to socialize on social media, on Facebook, and for you to be able to get your link in front of more people. So again, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video we are going to be discussing how you're going to now be promoting your link on Twitter. We've already talked about ways that you can promote your link on Facebook. Well, once you actually get that going, you can also be promoting your link on Twitter. Now you are looking at the site twitter.com. And we are going to continue to build on all of the same rules that we have been talking about before. We've been talking about the fact that you want to be social in addition to sharing your link. You also want to be in the habit of befriending people who are going to be interested in your link. So now you might ask, now how do I find people who are going to be interested in my link? And we are going to follow many of the same patterns that we talked about inside of Facebook. We're going to be finding people who are going to be interested in our niche, and all we're really going to have to do is do a search for our niche and other keywords that are like this. So if you're called doing your keyword research, you want to continue to put those keywords inside of Twitter, and then you want to do searches on those keywords. So now let's just start with a basic one, dog training. And what we're going to find is we're going to find people who have dog training in their posts, people who are about dog training, and basically we want to befriend them. And so what we're going to do is we're going to follow these people, and we're going to eventually want them to follow us back. Now what's going to happen is some people are going to follow you and other people are not going to follow you. When you follow these people, you want to start thinking and you want to start looking at the people who are going to be following you back, because those are going to be the people who are going to see your post. And so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be making sure that you are posting 3 very interesting things on dog training or on your niche or on the problems in dog training or whatever your niche is, your frequently asked questions. And then you're also going to be doing a promotional post. And I would say that to start you want to do, maybe you want to make your ratio 4 to 5 informational posts in addition to your promotional posts. And again, the more people that you have sharing your information, the more people that you have following you back, the more that you're going to have people who are going to be sharing your posts and reading them. Now, there are a number of tools to be used with Twitter, and there are a number of tools that will help you in this way. But for the most part, you want to get started following people who are interested in the subject of your niche. We could put in another keyword such as dog obedience. And again, not that dog training is the niche that you want to work in. You want to work inside with the keywords and the frequently asked questions of your niche. Right? And so you want to be, and you also want to think about following people and having people follow you who are not necessarily professionals. You want people who are going to be interested in and who are going to buy what it is that you're looking for. So you're looking for people who are talking about the things that you are going to be selling to them. So again, the most important thing with Twitter, as it is with any other social network, is for you to be social by sharing with them valuable information, because those are going to be the people who are going to follow you back, and then also promoting your promotional posts. And again, you'll be using this shortened link that you got from Bitly, and you're going to basically, as you get ready to post, and I'm going to show you how to do that, you're just going to go right here at the top, and you're going to add in your message. Now, one of the things with Twitter is that you're only going to be allowed to type in 140 characters. So you're going to have to keep it short here. But again, all you really need are 3 sentences. And remember, those 3 sentences are going to be that you're going to identify with the problem, agitate the problem, and then talk about your solution. Very simple when you put it in there, because again, what you're doing is you're attracting attention for people who are going to be interested in what it is that you are offering. Now, if you don't have a Twitter account, one of the things that you want to be aware of is you're going to want to make sure that your profile is appropriate. Now, when you start talking about editing your profile, you start talking about putting in your profile, you may or may not necessarily want to put in something that's strictly about dog training. You want to test and see if a dog training related photo or header photo actually works, if it attracts more people. Your profile photo, you want it to be a real person. And in these areas, Okay, if you have information, if you have a website, you want to make sure it's placed in there, and you want to write in here what your interests are. Now, here's where you are going to want to type in, and you're going to want to put information in here about your niche, because when people search, just like we just did, you want them to find you. Okay, so again, make sure that your profile is what we would call optimized. Again, you don't want to spend an inordinate amount of time on this, but you do want to spend some time making sure that your header photo is attractive, your profile photo is real, and your website in here, if you have one, is where you want people to go. Now, what you can do is you can put your link in there. I would suggest that you not put your affiliate link in there, but that if you have a website, that you put that link in here and make it clickable. Okay? So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. Now, in this video, we are going to be discussing how you're going to promote your link on YouTube. We're going to be building on all the other things that we have been talking about in the previous videos on social media. Now, to promote your link on YouTube, you are going to need to have your own account on youtube.com. So if you haven't opened your account on youtube.com, you are going to need to open one. And then once you have one open, you are going to come to a screen that looks like this. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to what's called your Creator Studio. And I'm going to go to mine right now. Now, inside of your Creator Studio, this is going to be a place where you're going to see all the videos that you are uploading. But we're not going to be discussing the uploads of videos right now. What I want to do is I want to show you areas for your channel. And we're just going to go right to this area and click the button that says, or the link that says channel. And then what we're going to see here is that you have a couple of things that you are going to want to do for YouTube. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at where you're going to be able to promote your link once you do that. And I'm going to go here to this button. I'm going to go to the front end of my channel. Now, this is what my channel is going to look like to other visitors. And what we want to pay close attention to here is where we can actually put our link. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this corner and I'm going to click this little pencil here. And then I'm going to click Edit Links. And now when I do this here, you're going to notice a couple of things. Now, what I'm going to be able to do here, you notice that I've got my my Google Plus link here. And what I can also do is I can actually put a link here inside of my description for my channel. But where I want to focus most of my attention here is I want to go to the Add button. And I want to give my link a title. And I want to put in something that's going to be attractive to people who are looking and what my channel is going to be about. And then I'm going to place my URL here. That URL is going to be the one with, notice we've got our bit.ly link here, and we're just going to click here, done. And so now we have a link there that says dog training for busy people. And so this is actually going to appear on the front side of our channel. Now there are a couple of things that we do want to write here. We do want to write in our description here. And I'm going to edit mine. I'm going to go ahead and click this. I'm going to take this out. And then we are going to write in our description for our niche. Now, after I give an introductory sentence, what I like to put in here, after the phrase we will discuss the following topics, is I like to put in here our frequently asked questions in some form. And so you want to make sure that you get those frequently asked questions in here, because when people are searching for the answers to those things, YouTube might show them our channel. So when you're writing your description, you want to make sure that you're writing it for the people that you want to actually see the channel. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and write that in for dog training. We're just going to leave that and then click done. When we come to the outside of the channel, you're going to notice that there's our link, Dog Training for Busy People. You're also going to notice here that we can edit our channel art. And I would suggest that you put something in here that's going to be attractive based on the niche. And so all you've got to do here is you've got to go in and click this pencil and then edit your channel art. Now, you'll notice that the channel art has a recommended art size. That art size is going to be 25 by 60 by 1440. If possible, you do want to make sure that you're going to have something that's going to be about that size. I'll show you how to start thinking in that way, and we'll go back to free photo images so that we can take a look at how to do that. So I'm going to go and I'm going to actually find a nice large photo here, and I'm going to find one that's about maybe about that size. Then once we have one, you can enhance a little bit. We're going to skip the enhancement process. I'm just going to click select, and then we've got an image. Now, in another video, I'm actually going to show you how you can have this outsourced for as little as $5. And in some cases, it's probably going to be smarter to have someone else do these images. But for now, we have an image there. It's related to our niche. We have our link in here. And so now we have a way to promote ourselves on our channel. Now, what we can also do, of course, is we could edit this image. We could actually edit this image to be something that's more along the lines of our niche. Again, now in this particular case, it's probably not as important for you to be a real person. You can actually be something that's a little closer to what it is that you are promoting. Again, because this image is going to be the one that's going to be showing up when you post, when you comment in other places. So in promoting your link, you are going to want to make sure that your images are related, as well as having your link in your channel. Now, in the next video, we're going to be talking about how you can actually promote your link in your video. But I do want to go over a few things about promotion with your YouTube channel. Now, when I do a search here for dog training, or I could actually put in here any of my frequently asked questions or any of my other keywords, and you're going to see videos that people are actually watching. And one of the things that you can do with an optimized channel, now I'm going to click this one, and then I'm going to find some of the videos that are being watched here. You'll notice that these videos have quite a few views. So what you're going to do here is you're going to go into the link, and you want to see where there are comments. And now where you want to be able to make yourself known and make yourself visible, now you notice here that there's the profile picture. We talked about the fact that you're going to have something related to your niche. You're going to really have something related to being into dog training, and you just want to comment on some of the aspects of this particular video. Now, what are you trying to do? You're actually trying to make sure that those who are reading the comments are going to see what it is that you have to say, so that they will click back to your profile to see what it is that you have to offer. And every time they hover over an image, Google will allow that user to actually see your profile. So this is where it's going to be important for you to have an optimized profile along with your clickable link. It's going to be a very good way for you to promote yourself and what it is that you have to offer. So that's why having your images is going to be very important in terms of having your YouTube channel and having it optimized for people to want to come back and click on your link to your affiliate sales page. Okay, and so every time that you find new videos and you find popular videos, you want to continue to look for them. You want to continue to make comments. And again, you want to be in the habit of doing this on a regular basis, again, until you get the results that you are looking for. You are actually trying to drive people back to your profile image so that you can get sales. So again, keeping this channel, making sure that you've got good information on here, making sure that you've got your link prominently displayed is going to be very important. Now, of course, you also are going to want to make sure that you have videos. That's going to be another way for you to be able to promote yourself on YouTube with your affiliate link. So with that, thanks, and we'll see you in the next video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to be discussing how you can promote your link on YouTube, creating videos and uploading them without being on camera. In fact, we're going to be talking about how you're going to be able to create the same kind of video that you're watching right now. Now, the program that most marketers use when they use a Windows PC is called Camtasia Studio, and it's available at techsmith.com. The other program that's like it for the Mac is called ScreenFlow. And so either one of these programs can be used in order to record your screen and to be able to explain to the viewers what you were seeing at the same time. Now, Camtasia is available for the Mac also, in case you don't want to use ScreenFlow. It is available for the use of a free trial for 30 days in case that you'd like to use it, earn some money, and then use that money in order to pay for the software, which is a little expensive. This software is about $300. So what can you do in the meanwhile? If you don't have $300 to invest in this software at this time, one of the things that you can do is to use a site called Screencast-O-Matic. And Screencast-O-Matic will allow you to create screencasting videos. And when I say screencasting videos, I mean the kind of videos that will allow you to explain what's happening on your screen with the use of a mic and headset on your computer, and to be able to create that video and then upload it to YouTube. You can use this program, and if you want to have the use of a spreadsheet, you can also use the Google Docs program and then use their slide presentation software. So you don't have to have necessarily any additional investment if you'd like to start creating videos and then uploading them to YouTube. Now, I'm just going to show you briefly how Screencast-O-Matic works. Now, if you want to get the free version, and that is perfectly fine to record a video, you can use that version in order to publish to MP4 and to upload to YouTube. If you want to buy the software and you want to make videos longer than 15 minutes, then you can certainly do that. But for the sake of this video, we are going to assume that you're getting the free version. Now, once you have created a free account at Screencast-O-Matic, all you're going to do is to click the Start Recording button. And then what you'll see is a button here on the screen, and it's going to then say Record Screencast. Now, whatever it is that you'd like to record, you want to have that ready. If you're going to use a slide presentation and you want to create slides on Google Docs, you can do that. Or if you just want to record what's on your screen in order to create a video in order to upload to YouTube. Of course, you do want to make sure that you have a mic to talk into your computer while you're recording the screen. So what you want to do is you want to go to Record Screencast, and then it's going to launch something on your computer. Screencast-O-Matic will require you to download some software in order for you to launch the recorder. Once it's downloaded, you are going to need to install that software. And then it's going to be ready. You're going to click OK. Then you're going to come back to the screen, and then you're going to click Record Screencast. And then the software is going to load. And you will then click OK. Then Screencast-O-Matic is basically going to show you something that's going to, you'll see as you talk into that your audio is going in, and you can record anything within the boundaries that Screencast-O-Matic gives you. So pretty much anything that's going to be on the screen. If you want to record your webcam, in case you want to talk into your camera, or you want to use both at the same time, you can certainly do that. So now, when you do this, you can start your recording pretty much by just clicking the button there. If you want to record what's actually coming out of your computer, you're going to click Computer Audio. Now, if you're playing a video or something of that nature, you can click that. But otherwise, if you don't want to record any sound that's coming out of your computer, you're going to leave that. And then there's a button all the way at the bottom that is your record button. And as soon as you hit that red button, you will actually be recording what is on your screen. So as I said, you want to have ready what it is that you're going to be recording. And you are going to then be talking into your computer and actually creating a video. And you should be creating a video that's going to be relevant to your niche. Now, remember, you're going to use the same formula that we have been talking about: problem, agitate, solve. So you'll be identifying a specific problem. You'll then be talking about what will happen if that problem gets worse. Then you will be talking about how your link is going to be giving them the solution that they need. Okay, so once you hit that record button, it'll Screencast-O-Matic will count down. You'll be recording on your screen, and then at some point when your video is completed, you will then click that button. Okay, and when you're done, you'll click the done button here. And then all you'll need to do then is you can upload that video directly to YouTube, or you can save it onto your hard drive. So you'll do one of these two things depending on what is your preference. If you like to view what you've done, you can actually click that play button so you can see it. And then for the most part, you have created your video, and now you are ready to then upload it to YouTube. So for sake of this tutorial, let's go ahead and just upload this video to YouTube. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this, we're going to click that web browser. We're going to put that into our account. We're going to accept. We're going to click done. And then we're just going to click the publish button. And it pretty much is going to be that simple. Our video is now going to be on YouTube and ready for other people to view it. We're now going to click done. So now we're going to come back to YouTube, and we are going to go into our Creator Studio. And we can see our recording here. So now what we're going to do is we are going to click the edit button so that we can actually do what we need to do in order to promote our link. Now there are a number of things that you can do in order to make your video one that other people are going to be able to find. Of course, one thing that you can do is you're going to make sure that your title is one that will either specifically address a frequently asked question or will be related directly to your niche. So you want to make sure that the words that people are going to be typing in, that they would use those words to find your video. And in order to find your specific problem, you want to make sure that that's in the title also. Now in the description area, one thing that you want to have here is you want to have your link first so that people will be able to find it. And then you want to make sure that your description is going to be geared toward the people who are actually going to be reading it. Now I'd say the first 140 to 160 characters are going to be the most important thing that you're going to be writing here. You want to make sure that the person reading this, that they are going to be enticed in order to watch the rest of your video. And in most cases, you're going to want to talk about that frequently asked question that you used in your in your title. Right now, the other thing that you're going to have the opportunity to do is you're going to have the opportunity to put tags in here. Now, in terms of putting tags in here, you want to make sure that you're going to be stating your frequently asked question. And then putting a comma. And every time you place the comma there, right, when you place the comma, it becomes a tag. So let's do that again. Okay, so right now it's just text. When I click the press the comma, it becomes a tag. And you want to put the tags in there to put descriptive information that people would use to actually search for your video. And you want them to find your video because it's going to help them to solve a specific problem. Now, you don't want to make your videos general. You want to make them specific to the problem. And in fact, if you have 10 frequently asked questions, you should have at least 10 videos, one addressing each one of the specific problems, making sure that you've got a suitable description, making sure that you've got a great title. Now, the other thing that you want to do is you can place here a custom thumbnail. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can actually put a thumbnail there that will reflect what people are going to be looking for. Now, in this case, since we're talking about dog training, you want to have a custom thumbnail there that's going to be related to dogs or dog training, right? Because people will see that thumbnail and they're going to be attracted to it based on their interest. Let me show you what I mean by that. When I search for dog training, you're going to notice all the thumbnails here. So this is something that you can actually control when you put your video on there. And so you want to make sure that your thumbnail is attractive to people and that they're going to see it and then going to want to see your video. Now, one of the things that you'll want to do is if you are not artistically inclined or you're not good at picking images, we are going to have a video, and there is a video in this course where you can learn how you can have that thumbnail created for $5 on a site called Fiverr. Okay, and in most cases, it's going to be worth your time in order to do that. So we have now created a video, we have uploaded it to YouTube, and we have done it so that now we literally have a video that people can find when they are searching for certain information. Now, the more descriptive that you can be in your video, I'm going to go back here to our video. The more descriptive in this area that you can be, the more specific that you can be with your tags, the better off you're going to be in terms of people finding your video. So now I realize that this video is not, and we're actually going to delete this video, but you now have a video where you are ready now to start promoting it. And what you can do now with this video is you can share it on your social media page, you can share it on your Twitter account, you can share it on your Facebook account, you can share it on your LinkedIn account, and this is a great way to double your promotion. So in other words, you've created a video, it is very specific to help people solve problems, and you can use it on other social media sites. In fact, this is considered to be great content for your social media accounts. Now, there is one other thing. You want to take a look inside of the edits function here, taking a look at some of your advanced settings, and some of these things you may want to alter based on what you're doing with your video. Now, if you don't want to have people commenting, that you can actually untick, but getting people to comment is a great way to get people interested in your video. You may not want to have people reviewing or rating your video, but again, all of these are things that will help you as you begin to determine how you want your video to be seen. So the most important part now is that now that you've gotten your video done is to, again, start promoting it elsewhere on other social media channels as well as creating other videos. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video, we are going to be discussing promoting your link on Google+. We're going to build on all of our previous discussions about social media. And remember, whenever you're posting on social media and promoting your link, you should always be social. So that means you're going to be sharing good information. You're going to be sharing 3 times as much as you're going to be posting your link. So with that said, let's jump into Google+. Now, you may have already noticed that you already have on your Google search or your Google toolbar that you see that there is something that says a plus and then your name, or if you just want to go to Google+, it's pretty simple to find. Either way, you will be able to find Google+, and you can click the link. Now, Google+ is like all the other social networks. What you're going to want to do is to connect with people who are going to be interested in your content and interested in what you have to offer. So, of course, what you're going to do is you're going to go first and you're going to go to Discover. Then you're going to type in your niche. And you're going to find quite a few pages there, but you're also going to be able to find some individuals there too. So as you come across these individuals, what you're going to be doing is you are going to want to start adding these people to your social media circles. And when you do that, it's probably a good idea to categorize them. So in this particular case, We're going to create a new circle. We're going to call these dog training interested. Now, here is the key to doing this correctly. When you find people that are promoting dog training, and that's typically going to be the people you'll find during the search, what you want to know is who's interested in what this person is interested in. So let's go to this person's page. Now, what we're most interested in are the people who are going to be following this person. So what we want to know is who she has in her circles. And those are going to be the people that we want to add in our prospects. Now, some of these people are going to see you and they're going to add you back, and some of them are not. But you want to continue to make sure that you're adding the people that are going to be interested. And so when you find people that are influencing people and talking about dog training, you want to go one step further and find the people who are interested in that person. You want to continually add people to your circles and continue to share content on the Google Plus network. Now, one of the great things that you can do on Google Plus is that you are going to be able to share your videos. So when you go to your profile page, and I'm going to do that now, you're going to notice a couple of things here. You're going to notice a profile that is non-specific. And so we can make that profile more specific by clicking the Change Cover button. And notice we can add photos and we can actually upload a photo. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a photo on our computer. Now we're not going to do that here because it's very similar to what we've done in other social networks. And we're going to add a photo that's going to be specific to our niche. Now for your Google Plus profile, I would suggest that you leave this photo pretty much the way it's going to be. You might want to change this in some other areas, but for the most part for Google Plus, we're going to leave this pretty much the same. Now, in some cases, once you have been on your page for a period of time, Google will give you the opportunity to get yourself a custom URL. You want to make sure, again, this is specific to your niche. So you want to make this custom URL where you click Get URL, and you want to make this something specific to dog training, right? Or to whatever your niche is. And again, Google Plus is going to be pretty much the same thing. I'm going to go back to my news feed now. I'm going to go to my posts. And we're going to be sharing things. We're going to be sharing things on our posts. We're going to be sharing things that we think people are going to be interested in. But of course, what we really want to do is we want to attract people to our link. So one thing that we can do to make our profile more attractive is we can actually edit our profile. So let's go to our profile. And when we do that, we're going to go to the About section. And then we are going to have the opportunity to write in information about our education. And this should be, again, related to our niche. We should be able to write in information in this basic information. And again, wherever we can talk about our niche, we want to talk about it. We want to be able to add our links here, right? We certainly want to have our affiliate link in there. Anything that we can put in here to make us findable and more searchable when it comes to our niche, that is what we want to do as we start to add this information. Specifically, when it comes to work, we go to the Edit section. Once again, everything that we're writing into these sections, we want to make sure that we're keeping it as close as we can to the niche that we're trying to attract people to. So you want to make sure that you have a completely filled out profile. You want to start with your story. You want to make sure your work is filled out, your education, your basic information, your links, your contact information, everything that you can make relevant to your niche, you want to make relevant in addition to your cover photo. And then when people start to explore your profile, as they start to look for people who are interested in dog training, they will see your profile and you will then begin to attract people based on their interest. And again, you are then going to follow the formula. You're going to post 3 times with interesting things from the news and other blogs and websites, and then you're going to do 1 promotional post. And if you are consistent in your efforts, you are going to see results over time. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now, in this video, what we are going to be talking about is promoting your link on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is a professional network, and so what you're going to want to do is to connect with people based on your expertise in the niche. Now, one of the things that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fix your profile. And so in order to do that, you're just going to go to your profile once you have an account on LinkedIn and edit it. Now, you're going to have quite a few things that you can put in here to your benefit. Now, you want to make sure that everything that you put into from your photo to your description really does lend itself to people finding you credible to present the link that you're going to be presenting. You're going to get multiple opportunities to put photos in, to talk about your education, so any training that's going to be related, anything that you can put into your summary. Everything that you want to put on your LinkedIn page should give people confidence that when you share something, they should want to listen. So from your summary to your skills, to your language, to your volunteering experience, anything that's related to what you're going to be sharing, you want to have it in there. Now, everything that you're going to be putting into your experience, you're going to want to put in there, and any of the positions. Now, you don't want to put everything that you have ever done in LinkedIn. You want to make sure that your profile is relevant. Now, LinkedIn is going to give you multiple opportunities to connect with people, and you want to take those opportunities. You also want to take opportunities to connect with people based on the information that you put in and people who are going to be close to you inside of the things and networks where you are, whether or not it's your school, whether or not it's your particular company. You are going to be given opportunities to connect with people through LinkedIn's system. Now, one of the best things that you can do is get involved with people through search, and I'm going to show you how to do that here in a minute. Now, notice I've placed the search into the box called dog training, and I'm going to find people who are interested in dog training. And when I find these people, one of the things that you're going to find near the end of their profile is you're going to find people who have endorsed them. Now, these are going to be people who are going to be interested in some way, shape, or form in the niche where you are going to be placing your link. And the benefit of looking at these people is this. These are not always going to be professionals presenting their services. These are going to be people who are professionals who have either experienced the individual who's going to be presenting their services. They're going to have a desire for whatever it is that you are going to be presenting. So these are going to be the people where you want to start looking to connect to. Now, like other social networks, LinkedIn also has a news feed, and you are going to be doing exactly what you're doing on the other social networks. You are going to be presenting good information, 3 out of 4 posts, and then on the 4th or 5th post, you're going to place an information here based on your link. And you're going to share it in the same way that we have talked about on the other social networks with 3 basic lines or 3 basic sentences. 1 stating the problem based on your frequently asked questions. 2 agitating the problem or describing what happens if things would get worse. And 3 presenting your link as the solution. And you want to do that on a continual basis. And you're going to continue and be consistent about sharing your links and building your following as you do on all the other social networks. If you're doing LinkedIn consistently, your following will grow. You will have people who will be seeing your link, and you will be connecting to people who are going to be interested in what it is that you have to offer. Now, as you look for groups to sign up for, you don't always want to necessarily sign up with groups that are related to dog training, because typically these groups are for professionals talking about the profession. You want people who are going to be interested in talking about other things where you can present your link and to be the expert or perceived as the expert or viewed as someone who is going to be credible. So in terms of looking for groups, you want to look for the kind of groups that will have people who are going to be interested in buying your service, not interested in talking about the profession. And so as you select groups and as you participate, you can start questions and you can start discussions about dog training, but you want to make sure that you are in places where you are having discussions with people where you are not talking about the profession, but you're talking about the needs of the people where they're going to be dealing with dog training. Now, one of the things that you'll want to take note of is that every place where you're going to get an opportunity to put in information about what it is that you are going to be presenting, you have the opportunity to place video in addition to text. So where you might also want to excel is you want to repurpose and use those videos that you have been creating for YouTube and also to place them on LinkedIn in the appropriate areas. So as you can see, you'll have multiple opportunities in multiple sections for you to be able to create video and place other links where you will be able to discuss what it is that you are doing. Now, LinkedIn does have a premium service here where you can pay on a monthly basis, but you really want to get a sense for whether or not LinkedIn is producing for your niche the opportunities and producing income before you apply or before you consider getting a premium membership to give you extra benefits. It's just as well to start with a free profile and to use it in order to get your link in front of people using LinkedIn. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video, we are going to be discussing promoting your link on niche-based forums. Now this strategy is going to be something that you are going to want to be doing along with all of your other social media strategies. One of the places where people gather to have conversations and they look for solutions from other experts are online forums. And so when you have decided and you've chosen a niche and you're going to work within that niche, one of the best places for you to be able to find people who are interested in your subject matter, in your niche, are going to be forums. And you are going to want to sign up and be a member of a number of these forums, and you're going to want to present your link. One of the ways that you're going to find out whether or not a forum is going to be worth your time is you are going to want to take a look at some of the discussion. And mainly you want to take a look at the main discussion area. And when you do that, then you are going to find out whether or not you are going to be able to present your link. Now I'm going to go inside one of the main forums here, and I can tell that because it's got the most activity over here. So I'm going to click inside of this forum. Then I'm going to find a forum with lots of activity and lots of replies. Now, when I am inside of these forums, what I'm looking for is a signature area where I can present my link. And in this case, I don't see one. And so this might not be the best place for me to spend my time. I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for a place to put my link in the signature area, and even a place where I can put my website in my profile. And if that is not the case, then this is probably not going to be a good site for us to hang out on. So we want to keep looking for another forum. Now in this forum, I see what I'm looking for. I have a place that when I participate and someone reads my forum, they are going to see my link here also. And that is exactly what I want. So in this particular case, in this forum, what I want to try to do is to participate in threads. I want to participate by answering and asking questions and being involved in the community. You can also see that I also am going to have access to a profile. Now, for the most part, I want to make sure that I appear knowledgeable, that I gain the trust of people, and that people can trust what I'm going to have in my signature area. So when you find a forum where it's going to be worth your time to participate, you want to participate in those topic areas where your frequently asked questions or problems that you can solve with your link, you are going to be able to answer. Now, again, when you're participating in a forum, what you don't want to do is you don't want to openly talk about your link or openly go in selling. You want to ask questions and you want people to see your link based on their activity or based on seeing your response. So you want people to come in looking for information and to see your link just like that. And so you're going to see a number of forums where you can participate, and you want to be involved in those forums and participating in the discussion so as many people as can see your link when they see your answer will find it as possible. You should have about a number of about 5 forums that you participate in on a routine basis, and then you want to begin to look for new ones based on how well they are going to be providing you results for people who are going to your link in order to buy your product or your service. And you want to continually do this. Again, you want to make sure that this is on the same kind of schedule as you might when you're doing your social media post or your videos. Now, again, this is going to be important for you to take consistent action, because nothing happens just because you post once. You're going to have to post several times and probably go through several forums in order to find the right one and people who are going to be interested in you and interested in your offering. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and congratulations. You have now reached the end of the course, which means that you now know how to find a market, find a product, and promote it. Now, you've learned the basics of affiliate marketing, and all affiliate marketing is the leverage and the entryway into making money online. Now, what have you leveraged? What have you learned? What you're doing is you're leveraging a market that's already in existence. In other words, people are already interested in the subject matter, and you've proven that by finding them in discussions where they are discussing their problems. You are also leveraging sellers that have already done the work in putting together a solution or a product, so you don't have to go through the product creation, the product creation process. That means that you are being paid to bring together buyer and seller. The sale is really a commission for your bringing that process together. Now, as you get better in understanding your niche, you are going to want to move on to what's called list building or collecting names and email addresses so that you can market to these people over and over again. Now, you want to then start creating your own products eventually so that you can have other people sell for you. You get people to leverage that process for you. Now, as you understand this process, you can do this in other niches, in other related areas, and you can literally double your profits by setting up multiple systems to run side by side with this one. And this is very important to learn because all of these things, they work with consistent, focused action. Just like you learned in this course, you can apply it to other areas. Well, again, congratulations for completing the course, and I certainly hope that you will have success in everything that you do. Thanks, and I hope to see you again in another video or another course. Hello and welcome. Now, in this video, we are going to be discussing how you can get some of the tasks done that you might find overwhelming. Maybe it's technically, or maybe you just don't have time and it's keeping you from getting started in launching your business. Now, the site where you can get many of these services done for as little as $5 is right here on Fiverr. So, for example, maybe you don't want to do a YouTube thumbnail yourself. You'll find that there are people who are willing to do your YouTube thumbnail right here on Fiverr. Now, the key in finding people on Fiverr is going to be finding people who are recommended, finding people who are rated highly, and then getting them to do your YouTube thumbnail. And again, one of the real benefits of having them do it is that you will have one that looks good, that looks professional, and that will attract people to what it is that you are doing. Now, you can do any number of things. You can have your Facebook cover image. Here's someone that will do it for $5. And again, the most important thing is to recognize what it is that you can't or don't want to do yourself. And if you have the investment to make, it's very cost effective for you to be able to have these things done on Fiverr. In some cases, you may want to have a voiceover done for your video, or you may want to have someone to actually do a logo for you. Anything that is outside of the scope of what it is that you are able to do yourself, whatever your investment is, if you can invest $5, you can have that service done on Fiverr. So as you go back through the course, start thinking about what are all these areas that you would rather have someone else do the work for you. You then need to come and write those services down and then come back to Fiverr and have them done for you one by one. And in many cases, you can make sure that they match all of the particular branding that you are going to have done. And this is a fantastic way for you to get a head start on some of those tasks in your internet marketing business that you would not want to, let's say you wouldn't want to do them yourself. And may say you're uncomfortable with the way that you would make them look. The most important thing to do is to make sure that you're looking for people who are highly rated or highly recommended. Those are going to be the people who are going to perform best for you. They're going to be able to get your task done, and you're going to be able to get that task and use it in your marketing business. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.